And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Justin F. Caressel Stadium in the campus of Defiance College. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts, pleased to be bringing you a Saturday afternoon football contest between the Taylor Trojans, who did receive votes in the top 25, and they're battling the Defiance College Yellow Jackets, who come in at 2-4, having won their first two, Randy, but they've lost their last four, and they've played some pretty darn good competition during that stretch.
Yeah, this is going to be a part of a big run where they're taking on some of the top teams. It's also the Mid-States Mid-East opener, so the first true conference game of the Mid-States Football Association for the history of Defiance College. So the Jackets playing for something here. These games are going to be very meaningful now down the stretch, so looking forward to kind of a renewed energy out of the Jackets for the last few games of the year.
Last week, Defiance College went to Ward Field in Illinois, and they played number 24 Olivet Nazarene. It was 42-0 Olivet Nazarene at the half, and they cruised to a 63-14 victory over the Jackets. Jackets playing a ranked team for the third time in the last four games, while the Tigers of Olivet Nazarene were coming off a bye. And it was just the second all-time meeting of those two schools, Defiance getting the dub back in 1993. So obviously no bad blood between those two teams, no revenge game or anything like that, but they will see each other probably pretty regularly going forward.
Yeah, part of the rotation between the Mid-States, Mid-East, and Midwest. So you're going to get the crossover games. So they'll see each other down through the years. So the Jackets had 195 yards of offense in that loss. A surprise, looking at the numbers, 150 on the ground. So the running game still a strong point for this DC team, although we'll talk a little bit about what that is going to look like as far as personnel goes later on in our pregame. So the DC offense trying to get going, played without Ethan Van Vanethong, and looks like there's going to be without him again today. So we'll see what this Defiance College offense is going to look like.
As you mentioned, DC churned out 150 yards on the ground, the fourth such performance this year of going 150 or more. Dylan Armentrout was their featured runner last week at about 6 yards a carry, had 12 carries for 69 yards on the day. Also had their longest offensive play with a 26-yard run in the fourth quarter. But as you mentioned, you had Jelani Warren starting the contest for the Jackets and took back over in the fourth quarter, although they did also see action from Jordan Southall and Miles Tackett. Miles appeared in the second quarter and started the second half as well. And they really kind of had some things going with Tackett at quarterback, but they ran kind of a rotation. Mm-hmm. And, again, they were facing a buzzsaw of a team last week.
Yeah, Jelani ended up throwing a couple of fourth-quarter touchdown passes to make that final look a little bit better. So Jelani's going to get the call at quarterback today, and we'll see Jordan Southall as the backup. So interesting to see what the quarterback play is going to look like.
Thank you.
And that national anthem actually gives us an opportunity to switch gears and take a look at the opponent for today's game, the Taylor Trojans. Last week, Randy Taylor went to Marion and squared off in another high-scoring matchup at Turner Stadium. The Knights once again escaped Taylor's upset bid, holding them off for a 42-35 game. And this was a number 12 ranked team in the country. So I mean, going on the road, playing them tight like that, back and forth contest really says a lot about Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor comes in at 3-3 on the year, and don't let that fool you. This is a really, really good 3-3 football team. Really good at running the football. So 474 yards of offense per game, almost 275 on the ground. Great running back, and a sophomore, Nathan Parker, 804 yards, 12 touchdowns already this season on the ground. So expect a heavy dose out of him. Quarterback play, I'm going to admit, not great. They're going to go with Alex Ambergy to get the start at the quarterback spot today. So Damon Hockett, who's their leading passer, not going to play, but they're hovering as a team right around 50% completing passes. So this is a Taylor team, and offensively, I think they're just going to line up and kind of come at you. And the Jackets, that front seven, really need to be ready. You can see a heavy dose of the run, and the Jackets got to be prepared for it.
And when they do go up top, the Trojans look for Nathan Munson to get some big-time catches today if they're able to connect. He did a couple of long touchdown receptions in the first half for the Trojans last week, and the latter of which was a 53-yard connection with Ambergy for the touchdown. It's just... It's going to be tough on both aspects of the defense for the Jackets. Like you said, you line up and take it right at them. That means you got to defend the run game. But the pass game also, when it clicks, can hit some big plays.
Yeah, you mentioned Munson, what he can do from a tight end spot, too. So this is a guy that's going to block a little bit, and he's going to leak out. But you look at his numbers on the year, 6 catches for 207 yards. So he's averaging 34.5 yards per reception. So he's a guy that's going to get some big plays. And Jack D'Arcy, another big playmaker, senior listed at 5'10". He's a big receiver when they do throw the football. He's got 13 catches for 249 yards. So those are kind of the big plays. This is a Taylor team that throws for under 200 yards a game. So, again, I expect this to kind of be ground. If they can find something, then maybe they'll exploit for DC. But this is a DC defense that's been allowing 370 yards a game. So they got to kind of get a little bit tight. But on the flip side, this is a Taylor defense. And you kind of alluded to that when you mentioned their last game. They're allowing some yards and points. So it's 423 yards a game. So Defiance has got to find something offensively. And we mentioned they're going to be a little short-handed. And one of the spots that they're really deep at, and that's the running back stable. So it seems like every week we talk about 5 or 6 different guys end up carrying the football for the Jackets. Well, they're going to need that today. So trying to get to my notes here, and we got the 12 pages stapled together. I had everything scribbled down. So I believe it was Dylan Armentrout not going to give it a go today.
That sounds like it.
Yep, who led the Jackets last week. So expect to see Cooper Sloan. Expect to see Tevin Lewis-Johnson, and expect to see Trent Barraza, I was told, the 3 guys who will do a bulk of the carrying the football.
And that means that the depth is being very much tested. What used to be a significant full cupboard stocked for the Jackets, the running room, means you're probably down Cam Turner, you're probably down Tristan Thomas. Those are a couple of significant losses for the team to not have potentially playing today, and it sounds like Tristan Thomas is out for the season.
Yeah, and this is kind of the reason why you build some depth, right? You're playing 6 guys in a blowout. You're playing 6 guys. You're giving some of your bench guys meaningful minutes late because of a situation like this. So here's Barraza, 2,000-yard runner in high school at Columbus Grove. We'll see what he's going to do today. Now, it's going to be interesting because they're going to go up against the Taylor defense, whose leading tackler is a defensive back. So Reese Pigney with 38 tackles. So that says one of 2 things. Either they're super aggressive and their DBs are going to come up and be a part of the coverage, or guys are getting into the second and third level, and that's the guy that's going to make a stop. And locally, a guy to look out for is Caleb Ranzow, who's got 5.5 sacks, which leads this team for Taylor. Played a lot of high school football right here in the area as a graduate of Archibald High School. So looking forward to seeing a local product. Would prefer if he was in the black and gold for Defiance, but good to see local guys coming back. And I'm sure part of the reason why Taylor's got a pretty large contingent in that grandstands across from us.
Jelani Warren, for the season, has played in 4 games so far, giving them some decent action, completing 68% of his passes, thrown for 369 yards with 6 touchdowns against 4 interceptions, gets them about 92 yards a game. So, but again, you look at the rushing statistics, you have Tristan Thomas, who's out, 316 yards on the season and 3 touchdowns. Cameron Turner, 165. Probably not playing today. Armin Trout, 136, probably not. So your top 3 rushers for the Jackets, not available. So
that's okay. I think they'll still find a way to run the football, as we'll hear the official kept his mic open for the coin toss. Of course, now he has nothing to say. Or I think he actually turned the mic off.
Looks like Taylor won the toss. And they will elect to receive. So that was the question, was which direction the Jackets want to defend on the kickoff. So Jackets will be kicking right to left on your video screen. And the Jackets will be kicking left to right on your video screen. Trojans will be going right to left, receiving the ball. So this is how the game is going to start. A couple of teams right around that 500 mark looking to make a statement in opening weekend of conference play. And we're excited to bring you this action. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff. You're watching the Defiance College football against Taylor Trojans on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees, accelerated 8-week semesters, and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
Jim and Randy on a Saturday afternoon, and there we go. Jim and Randy back on a Saturday afternoon, and I had the results. I got totally messed up, Randy, with the black unis.
Right.
Taylor's kicking off. I'll get this right one of these days, by golly. Taylor's kicking off to the Jackets. Jackets will go left to right on your screen. Sorry, folks, about that. But the Trojans, Jackets take the ball to start, and that's usually when a team wins the coin toss, they'll defer. So this is a little bit of an aggressive way to start, but I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
They want DC wants to put their offense on the field here, so there's going to be some new guys. They think they can take advantage, as we said. Taylor's shown now through 6 games that there is some holes in the defense that the Jackets think they'll have the ability to exploit. So we'll see what they choose to do.
So this contest is underway from Cressel Stadium. Deep kick. This one's going into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. Jackets will take the ball to start.
First and 10, Yellow Jackets.
So the Jackets will take over 1st and 10 with Warren under center. And Tevin Lewis-Johnson, as we mentioned before, getting the start at the running back position. The wideouts are unchanged from previous weeks.
Kicking team number 12. 5-yard penalty will be added to the touchback spot. First down.
So they get an offsides on the opening kickoff. The 5-yard penalty will be marked off up to the 30-yard line. And that's where this contest will start, as the official brings the ball over to the spot, swapping out the kicking ball for
just one of those things in the offsides where you're kind of not paying attention to where you're standing at on the field and realize that you're across the 30-yard line.
Warren with Lewis-Johnson to his side, turns it hands off to Lewis-Johnson, up the middle. He will get about 2, maybe 3 as the pile keeps pushing to the 33-yard line. So they'll give him a gain of 3 on first down.
Yeah, just early on, it's going to be one of those things, kind of feeling out what you're going to be able to do. So good run between the tackles. Keeps the Jackets on schedule, 2nd and 7. That's manageable, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Jackets do the same thing, leave themselves with a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 here.
Warren definitely has the ability to, Lewis Johnson slips and falls. Wonder if he might have stepped on Warren's foot on that cut.
I'm kind of wondering that too. It looked like he maybe was making a cut and went to step and just lost his footing. So tough break for the Jackets. So had the right idea, but unfortunately now backed themselves into a 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. We'll see if Warren elects to put this one up or if he wants to pull and run. He's going to throw. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be past the 40-yard line for a first down. This one is complete to Defiance Williams for a big 11-yard catch.
Yeah, nice job for Defiance going to the sticks. Knew where he needed to get for the first down. Was able to go right. You get to you need the 40. So what do? You go to the 41. Give yourself that space. Was able to come back. Gets that progress. Nice route. Nice completion.
So first down for the Jackets on their opening possession. Play number 4 in the drive. Hand off to Lewis Johnson. Lewis Johnson met at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him maybe a yard to the 42.
Nearly tripped again or slipped. You see that? He's got a little cut where he wants to come to a stop and then kind of turn his body. And you saw him when he made that, was able to stay upright, but almost slipped down and took another loss there.
So a 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom for Warren. Swing pass to Lewis Johnson. Nice tackle by the Trojans.
Yeah, Lewis Johnson, not the biggest guy in the world, 5'8", 200 pounds, trying to get him into space. He swung it out there, and once that first contact was made, wasn't able to go further. So he's a guy where you want to be able to create some space and get him the football.
So 3 wide receivers now to the near side, 5 wide total, 2 to the top for Warren on a 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. Pass complete over the middle. This time completed to Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson is just able to get in on the seam on that far hash. Is able to come in and again just goes to the sticks, knows where he needs to get to be able to get the first down. He's able to come through with the big plays. Defiance is able to move the sticks once again.
So first down into plus territory for the Jackets at the 44-yard line of Taylor. Lewis Johnson in motion. He'll get the handoff on the sweep. Gets it inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Nice run on first down.
Yeah, that's more of what we want to see out of Tevin Lewis Johnson. You see, got him in space. Wasn't worried about getting hit from the outside. Now, did get dragged down by the shoulders from behind, but he was able to cut up field, no one around him, and able to kind of speed up and get a good gain on first down.
3 wide receivers to the far side, so they're going with another 5 wide look here on first down, or second down. Nobody in motion this time as Warren steps back. Pass off the hands of Defiance Williams, incomplete. Looked like he was thinking of the move before the catch.
Yeah, I was going to decide whether or not he was going to go out of bounds or try to cut up field and just got caught in between. Didn't make sure he secured the ball all the way into the breadbasket before he left.
So a 3rd down and manageable for the Jackets. 3rd and 5 with 11 minutes and 2 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Opening possession of the ball game, scoreless from Caressel Stadium. Warren over the middle. This one's intercepted by the Trojans. And he has a lot of blockers in front. Warren unable to bring him down, but thankfully somebody from the Jackets did. That's good hustle back downfield. Christian Jackson on the Messer on the interception, and Markel Wade did a good job hustling down from the tight end position to make that touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jelani, kind of watched that one go. He was watching the receiver he wanted to go to, and defense on top of that recognized that as well, able to get the interception, the big return. So what was a really good drive brewing for Defiance, and that leads to a turnover, and the Jackets have to put their defense in a tough spot here.
So now it's the Trojans' opportunity. Run up the middle. Jackets bottle it up. Parker up the middle for no gain.
Yeah, good job by that front four for Defiance. Recognized the run early on, able to generate a push. That's what they're going to have to do this afternoon. This game, I think, is going to be won on the line of scrimmage, so good start there for the Jackets.
Alex Ambergy, the freshman from Waynesville, Ohio, in the pistol formation. Pressure coming over the middle. Pass complete. Trying to cut that to the side and does. Still well short of the first down. They get Yarse on the catch there.
Yeah, DRC's a guy they're going to go to a lot. You can see the speed. You can see why he's one of their big playmakers.
Ambergy turns and hands off. First down and more. Inside the 20, down to the 10, and it's going to be a first and goal for Parker.
Yeah, he's just able to hold up a minute and watch his blockers, and then found a spot on that left side of the line and was able to get through and get into that second level and get the first down. And you can see why Parker's got over 800 yards rushing so far in 6 games.
Yeah, very patient, hits the hole hard, and then makes pretty decisive cuts. Run up the middle, no gain. Parker stopped at the line again.
Yeah, not the Defiance defense not fooled. You saw a man kind of go in motion around like maybe they're going to go the quarterback option or a pitch or a sweep. And the Jackets were able to read that one and stop Parker right at the line again.
So a second down and goal from the 11-yard line after the Jackets stop him for a short loss on that first down play. Ambergy with a man in motion. Rolls to his right. Pressure coming. He's going to throw back. He's got a man open. A little too high on the pass. Falls incomplete. This one going to Nathan Munson.
Yeah, trying to go to that big tight end Munson. So they kind of used that last run play. So we saw the fake. Everyone kind of goes to the right. So this time you saw the quarterback roll that way and then leaks the tight end to the left. Good job recognition for Defiance. Saw the defensive lineman kind of stand put and recognize it. They weren't going to follow the flow of the play around to the right side. Made that a tough throw.
So that throw off the mark to Munson. Ambergy back in the shotgun on a third down. He's forced to scramble. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to get inside the 5, and he's going to be brought down at around the 3-yard line. And that'll bring up an interesting fourth down call here for the Trojans.
This is going to be an interesting call for Taylor.
Brings up fourth down for the Trojans.
Defiance believes they're making change already. They're going to bring some of
heavy.
the linemen in.
Yep, Jackets look like they're going heavy for a run up the middle here on fourth down.
Yeah, Taylor's leaving their offense on the field.
So Taylor's going to take the first shot of the early afternoon here, going for it on fourth and goal from the 3. Man in motion. Rolling to his right, throwing back, and incomplete. Going for Munson again. And that one falls incomplete. Turnover to the Jackets.
Yeah, big stop for Defiance. So the interception return comes out to the 30-yard line. Taylor's able to get down to the 3, but can't get it in. So give credit to that Defiance defense. The little bend but don't break. But they get the big stop. And the offense that was able to move the football comes back out onto the field here.
The Jackets with their second possession. Defense makes a big stand in a goal-to-go situation. Shuts down a would-be touchdown pass to Munson with some good coverage. Although both of those passes to Munson, Randy, were a little bit tough to catch. They were both floaters, thrown a little bit hard, so it would have been tough for Munson to pull either one of those down.
Yeah, Ambergy had some pressure coming both times. He had to get rid of the ball a little quicker than he wanted to.
Run up the gut for a short gain. This time it's Lewis Johnson again, the junior. Cooper Sloan checks in.
Gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets.
What looks to be an injured Defiance College player coming off the field, too. Lewis Johnson breaking out to the 20, 25 to the 30.
Lewis Johnson, the ball carrier, taken out of bounds by David Worrells.
Got flag
on the play back
line.
at the 15, though. You called it, Randy. This one, I'm afraid, is probably coming back. And that is indeed the call. Hold against the Jackets. That'll back them up half the distance.
And this will be an interesting walk-off because they're going to mark it from the 15 where the hold happened. So it's going to be about a net wash out of the play because it'll still be second down, and it's still going to be second and about 7.
So with the penalty being marked off at the 15, half the distance takes it back to the 7.5 as Lewis Johnson. Or no, that's not Lewis Johnson. That's a big-time run. Out to the right. All the way out. That's Trent Barraza on the carry to the 25.
Yeah, Trent Barraza is going to be a guy, if you haven't watched him before, he's going to be an exciting ball carrier. This is a guy that ran for over 2,000 yards his senior year at Columbus Grove. Got to watch a lot of his high school games. He can move. He can cut. He's a little undersized. He's got 6'1", 190 listed. He's going to be a guy that I think is going to excite a lot of people. A guy that's been named Special Teams Player of the Week already. So now he's going to get the chance to really shine.
Barraza with the carry up the middle. Give him about maybe a yard to the 25.
Barraza, the ball carrier, brought down by Grady Stanley. Timeout on the field.
You get timeout for an injured player, and we're going to take that timeout with them. We'll be right back. 6:07 to play in the opening quarter. Scoreless from Defiance.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
And back out at Defiance College, Jim and Randy on a beautiful Saturday, mid-October afternoon. We have an injured player down on the field. Did you get a number, Randy, out of that?
No, it's that I was trying to look. I know it's one of the linemen. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see a number or what exactly happened.
Still tending to the young man down at the 25-yard line of Defiance. You see Coach out there along with, is that Kevin Tong out there with him? The athletic trainer?
I think he's down on a knee next to him.
Yeah. Longtime athletic trainer for Defiance College. Super great guy.
Yeah, recently named Hall of Famer here at
There
Defiance
you go.
College.
And well-deserved for that, too. And again, did not see the nature of the injury. So we don't know if he maybe got rolled up on or something to that effect. But you see, obviously, a lot of concerned Yellow Jackets nearby, as it looks like he's finally getting helped up, and we'll get a name and a number here momentarily for you. We do apologize for that, folks. Back up on his feet, and that's always a good sign. 52 is the young man in question, and that's going to be Aiden Burke, senior offensive lineman. That's a tough blow to the offensive line.
Played a lot of snaps. So the good news is he's walking on his own. It's very gingerly, and he's got a lot of assistance. So we'll see. He'll take a seat and see what they go to work on. But he is able to get up and make his way back.
So Burke being helped off the field, but walking off under his own power, which is always good. But as you mentioned, Randy, really really moving slow to get down there. 2nd down and 9 as the clock continues to roll. We're just under 6 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Jackets defense stops the Trojans on a 4th and goal. Warren gonna pull the ball down and run to the 30, 35, 40. Knocked out of bounds at about the 41. That's one of the things that Jelani Warren can give you, Randy.
Yeah, it's one of those, like you said, that's that extra thing. He had the fake, didn't like what he saw, and he took off and went. And got a big gain, so an extra dimension coming as a part of this Defiance offense.
So Jelani Warren back in the shotgun from the 42-yard line, Sloan in motion, turn-in handoff. Get about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, went back to Barraza. He's able to take a hit off that left side and move forward. I thought he was up closer to the 45, but they're going to mark him back at the 44.
Brought down by Renzow and McGowan.
I was going to say somebody needs to tell the person with the 2nd down marker. They were doing the same thing I was doing, looking at the 45. They see the official, move it back a yard. 2nd and 8 for the Jackets here with 4:52 to play in the opening quarter. Warren with Sloan in motion. Fakes the handoff. Pressure coming. Pass is complete, and a big-time 1st down, this time to Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, big catch by Caleb Johnson. Was thrown behind him, was able to turn around, make the catch, managed to stay on his feet, got a couple extra yards as he dove forward, but a nice individual effort there out of Johnson to come up with a big catch and a 1st down.
So nice pitch and catch right there. And Warren, I mean, even the interception was pretty much right on the money to his receivers. Just a good job of playing robber in center field and picking that one off. Braza up the middle, dragging tacklers inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Gain of 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, Jackets have done a nice job playing ahead of the sticks. They've had a lot of manageable situations, and you got to like the fact that they've chewed up a lot of this opening quarter. So they're playing ahead and trying to shorten this game, trying to do a lot of things in their favor.
And we talked about the running game being tested, the depth, but doesn't seem like it's been all that big an issue as Warren with the keeper. He's going to lean forward for the 1st down inside the 35.
All right, one thing we didn't talk about in the pregame, we talked about how they're going to be a little shorthanded at running back. Well, having Jelani Warren, that's having an extra guy. You know, he's going to bring a dimension, like we said, and has the ability to carry the football. And we've seen that a couple of times already here in this opening quarter.
So good job by Warren to call his own number there. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Jackets once again in plus territory. Both teams have crossed the 50 with their all of their possessions so far. Braza up the middle to the 30. That's where he will be stopped.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a traffic jam there for Barraza as he was following his blocker. His blocker stopped, and he didn't have anywhere to go. So he was still upright, wasn't really moving backwards. So the officials weren't going to say that his forward progress had stopped, but just kind of got held up and was finally stopped enough, or the officials blew the play dead.
Tevin Lewis-Johnson checks back in next to Warren. 2 wide receivers to both sides of the field with 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting here in the opening quarter. Lewis-Johnson gets the toss. Dragging tacklers inside the 25. And that's another Jackets 1st down.
Well, I will amend what I said about Tevin Lewis-Johnson at 5'6", 200 pounds, that he wasn't a physical bet, because he proved it there. Had 3 guys, and he's dragging them forward, able to will himself the 1st down. This has been an impressive drive. You got to remember, this drive started back at the 3-yard line for the Jackets.
So a nice drive put together by Warren and company. Lewis-Johnson to Warren's left. Fakes the handoff. Pass incomplete. Good job on defense there by David Worlds, number 3, the DB.
Yeah, Worlds recognized that too. He saw it with Jelani's interception. He kind of stares down the receiver. He knows where it's going to go. He saw Jelani move and kind of looked to that guy on the left side. Worlds knew it and was able to just jump and kind of time it and knock that away at the last second.
So 2nd down and 10 with 1 minute 47 seconds to play. And what, Randy, you called it, it's a fast-moving first quarter.
Now when you run the football,
Warren with a man in motion. Fakes the jet sweep. Good tackle on defense that time. Looked like that was Luke Graft. Nope, they're going to get Brown on that one.
Sophomore linebacker came up, number 47. He read the play and is able to come right through the line. Now, we saw the fake. We haven't seen a lot of the jet sweep out of Defiance, but we've seen him fake it. So at one point, you're going to have to run it, kind of keep Taylor honest.
Minute 15 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Not much wind to speak of in either direction. So you got to think they're close to Markin's range for kicking, but Warren's not interested in that. Warren's interested in a first down and a goal to go for the Jackets.
He's not. I don't think we got to worry about it right now, but a huge third down run. I don't know if that was a design run or not, but a huge play. Again, Jelani keeping drives alive with his legs, able to get a big scramble, and now a goal to go here for the Jackets.
Under 45 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Jackets looking to punch this one in on their second drive. They moved the ball really well in their first drive, too.
They did, yeah. It's just unfortunate that interception came because they were moving the football. Now for Defiance here, you got to end this drive with points.
Philly special. Overshot his man.
Well,
Taiwan Rome with the double reverse.
I said a couple plays ago, you had to run that, right? You faked it when you ran with a quarterback. Well, this time you add a second level to that, so you get the pitch, and then you're going to double it back around. So Defiance had something. A good throw would have led to a touchdown. Unfortunately, that one just ends up over the head of Jelani Warren. But a good time to break that out, a first and goal when you've been moving the football, because you feel pretty confident here still with 3 chances to score a touchdown. I don't see the Jackets kicking a field goal here. I see them trying to get a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that.
There's going to be a lot of confusion. The play clock running down. Jackets are going to take a timeout.
So the first timeout of the half goes to Defiance. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. 25 seconds to play in the opening quarter here in Defiance.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you medicare simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
And back out at Defiance College, Jim and Randy on a Saturday afternoon. The Taylor Trojans come to town having received votes in the top 25, and they had their shot on their opening possession. Got a turnover, got it in a goal-to-go situation, but the Jackets' defense hung tough, and now the Jackets are in their own goal-to-go situation late in the first quarter.
Yeah, Taylor had everything going their way, had the big stop, had the interception, big return, a short field. Defiance able to come up with the stop. Now the Jackets sit at second and goal from the 7.
Sloan in motion. Warren with the keeper. Pushing the pile. Gets brought down inside the 5, close to the 4. So a gain of about 3 in what will probably be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like Defiance isn't in a big hurry. They're going to let the bodies unpile. And if I'm Defiance, I may consider running that play again. But it's going to come on the other end of the field.
So 1 quarter in the books from Defiance College. They're tied with Taylor 0-0. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
And in the first quarter, Defiance 0, Taylor 0.
Athletics teaches you a ton of lessons on time management and how to treat other people, how can you problem solve, and how to be a well-rounded person. At Defiance, we honestly have a huge emphasis on service, doing community events, going out and making their lives better when we can.
If we can get the students supporting other students, then that'll show the community that we're actually here to compete, we're here to get better, and then the community will start getting on. It's pushed me to get outside my comfort zone. Freshman year, I was kind of this homebody to myself, but then sophomore year, put myself more out there, and then I've honestly just flourished.
I think the right way to play means to play with passion, play with heart, just remembering why you're here and why you decided to show up and give your all. One thing we really focus on is taking time to write down and share with each other like why we play. My locker is a picture of me as a little kid with my little helmet on, and it's a note of how I started playing and why I continue playing.
We're the Yellow Jackets, and this is how we play.
And back out at Defiance for the start of quarter two. We want to take a moment to let you know that Mercy Health is a proud sponsor of Defiance College Athletics. Mercy Health offers high-quality health care you need and the compassion you deserve. Our expert doctors, nurses, and caregivers are committed to helping you be well in mind, body, and spirit. It is a 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line for the Jackets. Luce Johnson goes in motion, comes back. Fumble on the snap. And this one's going to be recovered, I think, by Taylor.
Fumble on the play.
Oh, Jackets got it back. Woo. I think that changes the narrative, unfortunately, though, of what you're going to do on 4th down, Randy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you got to try to pick up points, so they're going to send the kicking team out here. And I think if you would have gained anything on that play, you would have considered going for it. Instead, it looks like about a 26-yard field goal attempt, 27-yard attempt coming.
Yep, right around that 17-yard line is where Marking will tee it up. The kick is up. Kick is good. So with 14:18 to play in the first half, the Jackets take the lead 3-0. BSN Sports, providing all of your Defiance College gear. We remove the hassles related to purchasing uniforms, equipment, and spirit wear, and anything else your athletic program needs, giving you more time to impact lives on the field. Visit the Sideline store at defianceathletics.com. And also, we want to say thank you to Sweetwater Chop House. Sweetwater Chop House is located on Eagle Rock Golf Club, open to the public 7 days a week. This is the spot for celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, company parties, or if you are just in the mood to come out to enjoy a mouth-watering meal and amazing signature drinks. The focus for Executive Chef Aaron Weibel is to maintain a scratch kitchen, preparing everything daily from sauces to breads, utilizing local area farmers for fresh vegetables, and using our on-site herb garden. We take great pride in providing each of our guests a wowing experience. So 14-18 left in the first half, and the Jackets take the first points on the day, despite both teams having it in plus territory and the Trojans having a goal-to-go opportunity of their own.
Yeah, huge points there for Defiance. So, like you said, you get the stop on defense, take over at your own 3-yard line, able to drive the length of the field. And you'd like to get 6, but you'll settle for 3 and grabbing the early lead.
Return up to about the 24-yard line for the Trojans. That's where they will start on their next possession. So the first possession comes off a turnover. Drive almost the length of the field, Randy, but are stopped on a 4th and goal with a pass a little too tall for Nathan Munson, the intended receiver, who was the intended receiver on a couple of passes down in that goal-to-go set.
Yeah, trying to use his big frame to their advantage. DC defense played really well when they needed to.
Handoff, right side, knocked out of bounds. Finally, a nice gain on first down there as coach helps up the running back, and that is that Galvin, yeah. Jedediah Galvin with a nice run on first down.
Yeah, freshman coming in to see a little bit of action for this Taylor team. But, Taylor does a really good job of blocking downfield. Saw the receiver to the near side. I believe that was Brady Beall, number 10. Helped his running back out, getting a big block downfield.
Another big run up the middle. This one close to midfield for the Trojans. This time it's Ethan Albert, number 32, at the run. And it's basically just a randomizer picking a running back on a play, and they're getting big gains.
Gashing Defiance up the middle of the field right now. Try to do it one more time.
Once again, that is Ethan Albert on the run.
Yeah, Jay Graves, number 7, was able to come up and get a hit. Hold that to a small gain.
So a 2nd down and 8 with under 13 minutes to play here in the first half. Trojans have worked it into plus territory. Exclusively on the ground. Nice tackle by the Jackets in the open field to stop.
Brought down by Jermaine Bond.
Stop Stuples on the sweep there.
Yeah, a huge play, Jermaine Bond, to force a third down when the running back was able to get into space. Now
We're
we're
going to see if
talk
we get
about
an
what
offsides
happened
or if
with
we get
what
a
everyone
false
saw
start.
here.
Who did what first, basically, is what they're going to confirm right now. But we have 2 flags, so and obviously these officials are going to have quite a bit to talk about. And they'll come to a consensus.
Offside, defense number 44. Cause and reaction from the offensive player. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So Dominic Harris, number 44, goes offsides. They're trying to probably jump the snap count on that 3rd and short.
Yeah, tough break for Defiance, too, with it being 3rd and short. It's going to give them a first down.
At the Defiance 37-yard line.
Fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Going up top. Got a man. It is caught inside the 10, and that's a 1st and goal, and that's Nathan Munson again.
Yep, just going back to Munson, able to float it up to their big, tall tight end. He's able to go get it and make plays downfield, and now it's going to be 1st and goal here for the Trojans.
And we talk about, you mentioned it, Randy, big, tall tight end, 6'3", 225. That's a hard guy to miss on an up pattern.
Had 2 receivers running on that side of the field, and Munson was able to break across the middle and get open.
Man in motion, turnaround, handoff, going up the middle. Jackets defense bottles this one up. Stop him short of the 5. At about the 7 is Ethan Albert.
Yeah, Tyshawn Woodson, sophomore linebacker, number 13 for Defiance, one of the guys right up in there. Hold that to a short gain. So we saw the DC defense get 1 stop inside the 10 already. See if they can get another one.
Jackets defense stood tall last time. 2nd and goal from the 8 with 11 minutes to play here in the first half. Hamburg gets the snap. He's going to pitch out. He's got the space. He's stopped short, though. Big-time tackle.
That was kind of an odd play from Ambergese. He was going to pitch it, but there was no one there, so I had to hold on to the ball an extra beat and make something happen. So good play at least to get positive yards for Taylor. Now Defiance with trying to get him here in 3rd and goal inside the 5.
Man in motion. Ambergy gets the snap, turns and hands off up the middle. They're going to push the pile into the end zone for a touchdown. Taylor gets pay dirt first on a nice run up the gut. Ethan Albert gets the run.
Yeah, just running up the middle. It was, again, the battle in the trenches. Talked about that. Who's able to push who across the line of scrimmage. That time it was Taylor was able to control the line of scrimmage and get enough movement to get their running back into the end zone.
Aiden Odell, the sophomore, on to try the extra point. The kick is up. It's on the way. And the kick is good. So with 10 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the first half, the Trojans take the lead 7-3. That gives us an opportunity to let you know about Aftershock Cart and Equipment. We are your one-stop shop for carts. We sell and service Yamaha, E-Z-Go, and Club Car. We have stock and custom carts, new and used carts, and a full line of accessories. We can build a cart to your specific needs. We also offer financing through Yard Card with rates as low as 3.99%. Stop by our indoor showroom or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you for all your karting needs. I think we also have time for an opportunity to say thanks to Mark Motes Ford. At our Ford dealership in Defiance, we strive to provide you a top-notch service that no one else can offer. Whether you're a new or returning customer, you're going to be treated fairly and welcomed by our friendly staff. We believe in a family atmosphere, and that's because Mark Motes Ford has been family-owned for over 100 years. Looking at the Taylor roster, Randy, they have a backup kicker named Cooper Sloan.
Well, how about that? We have a fullback named Cooper Sloan.
Wobbly kick. Fielded by the Jackets. Uh-oh. We got some room to the left. Still going. Horse collar tackle. Got to call that. Got to call that horse collar tackle. Yeah, there's the flag late.
Hey, you saw Taylor, an early kickoff thing went through the end zone, so you see a shorter kick, a chance for a good return for Defiance as Suarez able to get free. And now
So it's really nice run back. And
yeah, we'll see if the 15 yards is going to get added on
yeah,
here.
have to throw that flag on that horse collar tackle.
There is no foul on the play. The contact is ruled legal. First down.
So no call on the play. The officials wave off the flag. And the Jackets will take over 1st and 10 at about the 37-yard line. Really thought that was a
yeah.
there's not too much space back there to grab other than the neck of the jersey. I don't know how that was legal, but maybe nobody had a good vantage point to it. So Warren turns around and hands off to Barraza. Barraza gets about 3 up to the 40. You can see why he was so successful at Columbia. He looks like a really good running back out there.
One of those guys just knows what to do when the ball's in his hands.
Yes.
So he can run, he can leak him out, he can throw to him. He's going to be a good one by the time his time's done here at Defiance.
9:38 and counting here in the first half. Hand off to Barraza. Barraza spins. We'll get past the 40 to the 42-yard line. They'll give him a gain of about 2. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Need to get to the 47 to move the chains.
3rd down and 5 for the Yellow Jackets.
Going to empty out the backfield on 3rd down and 5 with Barraza, one of the 3 wide receivers to the far outside, closest to us. Warren pass, incomplete.
Warren's pass is incomplete.
Going to Markel Wade, I believe.
Wade brings up 4th down for the Yellow Jackets.
Should have had that one, Randy.
Yeah, it kind of wobbled out of the hand of Jelani when he threw it. So it looked like one where he was going to pull it back because he reconsidered, but ball got out and unfortunately just unable to be completed. Looks like it would have been enough for 1st down, too.
Marking with the rugby-style kick. This one going way up in the air, but not going very long. And this one trails out of bounds close to about the 35-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Mark it at the 30. Close to 31.
Looks like about the 31.
So decent kick by Marking, but again, with really no wind to speak of, you look at the tops of the goalposts, that one still seemed like going right to left, that one kind of got caught up in the wind a little bit up there. So the Trojans take over now with the lead, 7-3, 8:49 to play in the opening half. Man in motion. Turn, handoff. Nope, fake the handoff over the middle. Caught, 1st down. Big time catch on the slant and go pattern. This time Aiden Zimmer makes the catch.
Yeah, Traves Hoyle, just second late, number 16 for Defiance, was trying to step in front. Unfortunately, just about a half step too late as Taylor gets the big completion out to the 45-yard line.
Ambergy turns and fakes the handoff. He's got the ball. He's got the 1st down. He's inside the 45 to about the 42-yard line, and we have an injured Jacket on the play. This one is Davidson LeConte, and he's still not up. as he's slow to get up. Coach goes out to meet him at the 45, and LeConte will jog off, so there's no significant stoppage of play, thankfully, as LeConte's able to jog off the field under his own power. Another key piece of that Defiance defense, Randy, you just do not want to see injuries start piling up.
Yeah, the lineman who has played a lot and a guy that Defiance has counted on.
Ambergy with two wide receivers to the far side. Turns and hands off. Short gain up to the 40. They'll give him about 2. Ethan Albert with the carry. Seven minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the first half. 7-3 the Trojans lead. Oh, and they got Parker in the backfield now, not Ethan Albert. So 2 wide receivers, again, tight end in motion. Going to take a shot. He's got a man. And 2 officials decide that's pass interference. A little bit of grabbing going on that pass pattern.
Yeah, the receiver's trying to get through, and then
Jermaine Bond, I think, 31.
Yeah, they're going to catch Bond. I think just reaching the arm out, kind of twisting him around.
So in college, pass interference, 15-yard penalty, not a spot foul.
Defense number 31. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So that'll give them the ball at about the 25-yard line. Just outside the red zone for the 3rd time for Taylor. Both teams really not having trouble moving the ball on their opponents so far today, Randy.
No, they have not.
So 7:18 to play. Clock stops on the penalty. Turn and handoff up the gut. Jackets defense swarms to the spot. Parker gets the carry, gets maybe 1. Yeah, give him 1 on the carry there. Short gain. 7 minutes to play in the opening half. And what's been a very fast-moving first half, and not really sure who that favors yet. Usually a tempo favors one team over the other, but I think both teams are comfortable playing at this accelerated pace. Play clock down under 10. Ambergy going to run the reverse. And they have a touchdown.
Yeah, ran a play with Stuples like this earlier, and he's going to cut around. It looked like it's going to be an end around or a pitch. Stuples comes from the left to the right. He's able to get the pitch, so everyone's leaning one way. He's able to get the corner the opposite way and gets his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So a well-designed play by the Trojans gives them a 13-3 lead on the Defiance College scoreboard, with the extra point coming up from Aiden Odell. Also a kicker and punter for the Trojans, much like Markeen for the Jackets. Kick is up, kick is good, and with 6:24 to play in the first half, it's 14-3. Taylor leads. Service Master by McCann. Keeping Defiance College in pristine condition does more than create a good first impression. It also boosts productivity and keeps your employees safe and healthy. At Service Master by McCann, we understand how important a clean and safe environment is, and our cleaning experts work tirelessly to provide customized cleaning and disinfecting services to offices, businesses, healthcare facilities, and other spaces throughout Defiance. We also want to say thank you to the State Bank. State Bank provides a full range of financial services for consumers and small businesses, including wealth management, private client services, mortgage banking, and commercial and agricultural lending. Operating through a total of 22 banking centers, 19 in 9 Ohio counties, and 1 center in Fort Wayne, Indiana, along with 23 full-service ATMs. We have 5 loan production offices located throughout the tri-state region of Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. So Odell ready to kick this one off to the Jackets. We'll see what kind of return the Jackets can pull off on this kick. Another line drive kick. Fielded at about the 13. Another open gap to the left. This time out to the 40 again. So basically the exact same return as we saw last time. That low rolling kick. Fielded, brought up to the 40. Another great return. More great starting field position for Defiance College.
Yeah, Kamari Juarez able again for the second time. Able to find a seam. It's been the same spot, that left side. And it's been a successful couple of kickoffs. And now Defiance has got to be able to put some points on the board here. Don't want to let this one really get away from them. Unfortunately, like last week did.
14-3 your score with 6:15 to play in the first half. Jackets trailing the Taylor Trojans. Here's Warren calling his own number on the keeper. Fumbled the ball. This one's fumbled, I think, out of bounds. And it'll be stopped at the 41 for a gain of technically a yard. Although, again, that's the last thing you want to see when your team is trailing 14-3 and the defense is kind of on its heels. A turnover in plus territory.
Jelani's just trying to make something happen, was trying to power forward.
Fumbled forward out of bounds. It's returned back to the spot of the fumble. Second down.
So second down and 10. The ball cannot be fumbled forward out of bounds. And it will be marked back to the original spot. Turn, handoff. This is Lewis Johnson. Lewis Johnson gets a yard up the middle.
Johnson on the carry.
5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the first half. And a 3rd and 8 for the Jackets. Credit Montgomery for the tackle. And a 3rd and long, which is almost an obvious passing situation for Defiance. Have to keep an eye on Warren, though. He's shown the ability to break some big runs in plays like this.
Yeah, he wanted to there. Unfortunately, the pocket just collapsed on him.
So a good job by the defense front for the Trojans to get in there, not allow Warren to step up in the pocket, and didn't allow any of the downfield pass patterns to open up.
Yeah, he was trying to step up and get a good view of everyone over him, but unfortunately just kind of collapsed around him. Didn't have the time to react and head upfield.
So Marican back to punt with 4 minutes and 25 seconds and counting to play in the first half. Last time he went rugby style to his right. This time a straight drop back and a much better kick. Fielded at the 21 and brought down immediately. Noah Lean on the catch. And no gain. I'm surprised with the coverage coming right in his face like that, why he didn't wave that one off.
I was a little surprised too.
But a good job holding on to the ball by Noah and giving the Trojans a first down at the 21. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the first half. At the half, we will give you some game statistics, prep you for the second half, and they'll get you that second half kickoff on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network as well. But right now, Alex Ambergy big time lick right there.
Yeah, dangerous pitch. That led to the big hit there for Cameron Smith. But he pitched it high, which you don't want to do because forces your running back to stretch out, and that leaves the entire body exposed. And that's what you saw there with Cameron Smith able to come up, get a big stick, bring him 2nd and 10.
So good job by the Jackets on defense to show the team speed right there. Not get burned by the pitch play by Ambergy. And Lean unable really to get a whole lot on that run. This one's tipped. It's caught, and it's going to be past the chains for a first down.
And DRC able to come back and get to the ball. So that one is deflected or tipped at the line. And a great job concentration for DRC to come back and get it and able to get enough to get a first down.
And they gave him quite a bit of cushion on that comeback route, too, because they don't want to get burned over the top. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Lots of room to the 50. And that's where Ambergy's brought down. But we have a flag on the play back at the 34-yard line. Have to think this one might be coming back. See what the referee in charge says. Holding on the offense.
0. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. First down.
And the gentleman who caught the touchdown pass, Nathan Munson, was the guilty party there. So Munson's penalty backs him up 10 yards. That'll be a 1st and 20 back at the 22 with 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Now if you're Defiance, you got to be able to get a stop here. So you force them into a 1st and 20. Late in the half here, get a chance to get back into this ball game.
That's a fumble. Oh, they're saying, was that a forward pass or was that a lateral? Because if that was a lateral, that's basically a handoff.
Pass is incomplete. Ruling on the field is an incomplete forward pass. This is the 2-minute timeout.
Okay, so they're calling. That looked like a lateral to me, though, Randy.
Kind of went like a forward push, like a shot put, but I guess officials are ruling that ball went forward.
So 2 minutes to play, 1:57 to be exact. 14-3 the Taylor Trojans, but the Jackets defense is starting to light up a little bit here late in the first half. Again, the Jackets took the opening toss in the first half. They will have to kick, start the second half. So Taylor looking for a possible 2-for-1. Jackets looking to try to get closer to Taylor, maybe cut it to 14-10 going into the half.
Yeah, if you're Defiance, you still have 2 of your timeouts left, so you're looking at 2nd and 20 for Taylor. So the idea here is you get the ball back and try to get some sort of points on the board, get this down to a one-possession game before halftime. Really give yourself a chance here. Because like you said, the last thing you really want is for Taylor to find a way to score points now. Plus, they'll get the ball to begin the second half. So your best hope for Defiance is in the 2nd and long, 2nd and 20, is to get a stop and at least try to, even a field goal, gets you to a 14-6 game at the half. Still be a one-possession game.
So 2nd and 20 from the 22-yard line, 1 minute 57 seconds to play in the first half. Taylor leads 14-3 with the ball. Man in motion. Ambergy going to go with that little forward shovel pass. Get the ball out to the 35-yard line. Munson, they'll mark him at the 34. They got that penalty yardage back. And I guess it's only appropriate that Munson was the one who got the yards back.
Yeah, he's a big body, so he's able to get in and able to get some contact and move forward. So now you got to be careful here. 3rd and 9 is, I guess all third downs are really doable, but 3rd and 9 sounds a lot better than 3rd and 20.
Yeah.
And gives you a few more options. And we've seen Taylor here lately, a lot of misdirection where you think the ball's going one way and seeing some big holes open up. So Taylor's got a lot of plays in their playbook that would cover 9 yards.
So it's a 3rd and 9 with 1 minute 36 seconds to play here in the opening half. That gives us an opportunity to say thank you to Metzger's Printing. Metzger's is your marketing solutions provider, specializing in multi-format commercial printing, cross-media marketing, and fulfillment services. At Metzger's, we thrive on providing innovative solutions and quality service. We invite you to tour our site to get an idea of the tremendous range of services we offer. That's Metzger's Printing in Toledo. So 3rd and 9 from the 36-yard line. Actually marking that one closer to the 35 there. Ambergy back to pass, rolls out to his left. He's going to take off running. He's going to get the first down, and that's something the Jackets just could not allow to have happen right there, Randy.
Yeah, especially since Defiance used the timeout to talk about what they were going to do defensively. And Taylor still has all three of theirs remaining, so still plenty of time for them.
Yep. Hit a big play here and get yourself in plus territory, and all of a sudden things are looking up. Fake the handoff to the wrong side. Nice job by the defense there for the Jackets. That was Jermaine Bond, number 31, who timed that just right.
Yeah, second time he's knocked the ball away. So Bond recognized that. Going to the big tight end again, middle of the field. Able to come up and get a big stop for second down.
Bringing in another big body tight end, number 86, Luke Etchison. Talk about big body, Randy, 6'5", 225.
Saw him running in from the sideline, and that is there's a type at Taylor University.
Finally brought down. Man, Ambergy was a tough dude to bring down that time.
Yeah, Dominic Harris was all over that, number 44 for Defiance. Looked like he was going to get an early sack, and Ambergy able to get out of pressures. I don't know what it is with Ambergy, but every time there's a ball fake, it seems like the Defiance players are biting on it. And saw the play again. There's no one in the backfield with him, and there's a ball fake to a handoff to someone that's not there. And Defiance had to freeze for just a minute and looked like he was going to get out of trouble. And now I think Taylor's realizing with another 3rd and long, I think they're just happy to take this 14-3 lead into the locker room. They will have to run one more play. They're going to run this down. It looks like he used one of their timeouts.
So the play clock running down, 16 seconds left in the first half. Taylor does lead 14-3, and they do get the ball to start the second half. But I think you're right, Randy. I think Taylor at this point maybe take a shot here.
Yeah, I
just,
think if
just because
that last play, if you would have gained something, got to midfield or close to it, I think you would have thought about it. But now you're backed into about 3rd and 13 at your own 42. You don't want to do anything costly. Still 16 and a half seconds left. And give Defiance any hope. So I think the best thing for Taylor, maybe you take a shot here, knowing that you can just punt the football if you have to, but they're going to trying to put it, I think, an extra second on the clock, and instead it went from 16 and a half to 17:05.
we can assure you we don't have that much time left in the second quarter.
Tell you what, if football goes to 17-minute quarters, then I don't know. That might be a little.
Somebody going to have to explain that, the math to me on that one. I get 15 times 4 is an hour, and it's a nice tidy number. And
well,
all
you
that,
know, 68-minute games just rolls off the tongue.
Sure. Well, something we can put in the commissioner's inbox as a suggestion. Screen pass. This will basically be how the first half ends. Oh, they're going to call. No, they're going to stop the clock.
Yeah, they got the first down, so they're going to stop the clock to move the chains. So good play call. Actually, Taylor's going to use the timeout.
Yep.
So good play call there. They send the receivers deep. Everyone goes back for Defiance because they don't want to give up anything behind them.
Yep.
So instead, it ends up running a screen pass, and linemen get free downfield. Now with 8.5 seconds left, you might want to see Taylor take a shot downfield.
And you have to think that he has the arm for it. I think Ambergy has the arm for it.
Yeah, the wind's picking up a little bit. So we'll see if that deters them at all, but I think they'll be okay from the 44-yard line.
So 8 minutes left to play in the first, or 8 seconds left to play in the first half. I almost did the same thing the game clock operator did, Randy. I threw a couple extra digits on there. So 8 seconds left to play here in the first half. What's been a pretty interesting ball game so far. Taylor leads 14-3. Jackets have certainly had their opportunities, as has Taylor. I mean, it could easily be 21-3 as well. The Jackets hadn't had that fourth down stop. So both teams, I think, go into the half realizing they left a few points on the board. Ambergy throws a pass to Zimmer and gets out of bounds with 4 seconds to play.
Yeah, Defiance will give them the underneath there. Like you said, they just don't want to get burnt deep. You know, you're going to see everyone right now. Look at Defiance's defense, 7 players.
30-yard line or back.
15 yards or so off the line of scrimmage.
Second down for the Trojans.
So this could potentially be the last play of the first half.
At some point, Taylor's going to realize they don't have enough time for another play, and they're going to chuck this one up, and it looks like it's coming right here.
This one intercepted in the end zone by the Jackets, and that is how the first half will end, with an interception by Cameron Smith, the freshman out of Toledo. So 14-3 your halftime score. The Trojans lead. We're going to take a brief timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime stats and much more on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Defy the ordinary at Defiance College, a leader in STEM career training, science, technology, engineering, math, with strong focus on hands-on research, internships, and field experience. Spend the summer conducting real research with faculty in fields like exercise physiology, water quality, data analytics, and much more. Personalized advising and mentorships for students pursuing health-related careers. Explore STEM and defy the ordinary at Defiance College.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
Athletics teaches you a ton of lessons on time management and how to treat other people, how can you problem solve, and how to be a well-rounded person. At Defiance, we honestly have a huge emphasis on service, doing community events, going out and making their lives better when we can.
If we can get the students supporting other students, then that'll show the community that we're actually here to compete, we're here to get better, and then the community will start getting on. It's pushed me to get outside my comfort zone. Freshman year, I was kind of this homebody to myself, but then sophomore year, put myself more out there, and then I've honestly just flourished.
I think the right way to play means to play with passion, play with heart, just remembering why you're here and why you decided to show up and give your all. One thing we really focus on is taking time to write down and share with each other like why we play. My locker is a picture of me as a little kid with my little helmet on, and it's a note of how I started playing and why I continue playing.
We're the Yellow Jackets, and this is how we play.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character. It just means to Realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character. I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
I am a champion of character.
Most good things in life are simple. The same is true when it comes to our health and well-being. That's why Paramount Elite helps you manage care simply. Everything in life becomes a little simpler with Paramount Elite.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College Athletics.
Discover, engage, formulate, initiate, defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Defy, with a unique four-year focus on career readiness, experiential learning, and 95% plus career placement. Want to serve? 100% of entering students defy the ordinary by engaging in community service with nationally recognized community-based research and service programs. Undergraduate studies you love with personalized experience you want. Defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Apply to Defy.
You've finished your undergraduate studies. Take the next step and defy the ordinary at Defiance College. Earn your MBA or Master of Arts in Education degree. Plus, we offer school principal and superintendent licensure programs. 100% online. No GMAT or GRE required. No application fees, accelerated 8-week semesters, and affordable tuition. Nationally recognized for hands-on service and experience. Defy the ordinary with graduate studies at Defiance College.
At Genesee Nutrition, it's our mission to support athletes like you with clean, powerful nutrition.
As a collegiate athlete myself, I know what it takes to perform at your best. That's why we created a protein bar that doesn't only taste good, it's actually good for you too.
Packed with 20 grams of protein, our bars help you recover faster, build muscle, and stay strong. Just what every student athlete needs. Grab a bar and live your life. Healthy, active, happy.
At Mercy Health, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. So these days, it's not just about how we care for you, it's where. Because whether at our place or yours, or wherever your day takes you, we'll be there with compassionate, personalized care. No matter how the world changes, your health will always be our top priority. Mercy Health, primary care for the universe of you. Visit mercy.com to find a doctor near you.
And welcome back to Defiance College. It's halftime. Jim and Randy, 14-3. Taylor Trojans lead the Defiance College Yellow Jackets. And as promised, we're going to take a look at some halftime stats. Randy, let's take a look at some team stats.
All right, so far on the afternoon, first downs, Taylor with 13. Defiance has 8. We take a look at third downs. Taylor, this is where they made their money. 4 of 5 converting third downs, and none bigger. Remember, late in that half, it didn't end up leading to points, but that 1st and 20 that ended up being a 3rd and 9 that Taylor was able to convert. Meanwhile, for Defiance, 3 of 7 on third downs. Taylor has the only missed 4th down either team's taken today. Offensively, Taylor's run 30 plays for 203 yards. DC 31 plays for 123 yards. Taylor's thrown for 90 on 7 of 12 passing. Meanwhile, Defiance 4 of 9 through the air for 37 yards. Take a look on the ground. Taylor's run for 113 on 18 attempts, averaging 6.3 yards per run. Defiance has run for 86 yards on 22 attempts, averaging 3.9 yards per run. Defiance has the only 2 punts so far on the afternoon. We take a look at penalties. Both teams playing fairly clean football. Taylor's been flagged twice for 15 yards. Defiance 3 times for 21 yards. And an interesting number, time of possession, Defiance held the ball 16 and a half minutes in that opening half, and Taylor just 9:18.
So that's your team stats. Let's take a look at some individual stats. As Randy mentioned, Alex Ambergy, 7 of 12 for 90 yards and an interception. Devin Supples, Alex Ambergy, and Ethan Albert all have approximately 25 to 30 yards apiece. Stupples with 29 on a couple of the jet sweeps. Ambergy with the keepers, 4 for 29, and Ethan Albert, 5 for 25. Stupples and Albert both had touchdowns for the team. Munson has 2 catches for 40 yards. Aiden Zimmer, 2 for 20. And Jack D'Arcy, 2 for 16. Looking at the defense for the Taylor Trojans, 7 total tackles for Maverick Brown, including 2 solo tackles and a tackle for loss. Reed Messer has 6 tackles. Luke Graft and Justin Schrader with 4 tackles apiece. For Defiance College, Jelani Warren, 4 of 8 for 37 yards and an interception. Trent Barraza, 7 carries for 37 yards. Warren, 8 for 33. And Tevin Lewis Johnson, 7 for 16 as they try to get the ground game going. Caleb Johnson leads the team with 2 catches for 24 yards. Devion Williams has 1 for 11. And Lewis Johnson has 1 for a couple. On defense, the leading tackler is Del Howard so far with 4 tackles. Dominic Harris, and let's see, there's a quartet of players with 3 tackles apiece. Tyshawn Woodson, Jermaine Bond, Cameron Smith, and Dominic Harris have 2 tackles apiece. Dominic Harris also leads the team with 2 tackles for loss. And that's kind of how your first half sets up. So it's 14-3. Taylor leads Defiance College. As we get ready for the second half kickoff, Marking will tee it up and kick it to the Trojans, and the Trojans will start on offense. And before we get started in the second half, I want to take a moment to thank Paramount Healthcare, a proud sponsor and health plan provider of Defiance College, offering a full range of health insurance plans and services to suit your healthcare needs. Paramount by ProMedica is health insurance by healthcare professionals. Find out more at ParamountHealthcare.com. So 30 in the books, 30 more to play here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Defiance, Ohio. Jim Bellamy and Randy Roberts bringing you today's action on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network.
Now, I have looked, and I was told that when we get together on the next home Saturday, it's supposed to be about 30 degrees cooler.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. 80 degrees in mid-October is unseasonably warm, and if it's in the 50s, you know what? I can deal with 50 degrees. That's cool with me.
And the wind causes some problems on the kickoff, so it doesn't feel like an overly windy day, although it kind of whips around. There's a wind tunnel right through our window and kind of whipped some of our papers around, but blew the ball off the tee.
Fielded at the 12. Bringing up to the 20, 25, 30. And brought down at about the 35-yard line, which is where the Trojans will take over.
Brought down by Jermaine Bond.
So we want to be able to set the tone early in this second half here. So the Defiance defense is going to come out. Talked about Taylor's able to run the football late in that contest. There are a lot of ball fakes. Defiance kind of biting on a lot of the motions going on. So you see this, see everyone kind of stay home, right? Stay where you're supposed to and kind of follow and see if you can play more assignment football for the DC defense.
Alex Ambergy, the freshman, back out at quarterback to start half number 2. Turn and hand off up the middle. Patient running, but not much of a gain on first down as Parker gets the carry. Nathan Parker, the 5'9 sophomore. Only 180 pounds for Parker, but a strong runner.
Yeah, and he was a guy we talked about over 800 yards coming into today, and he was held to 29 in that first half. Is that what we had? So there's going to get a few more here.
Big time carry by Parker out to midfield. Moved the chains for a first down. Nice gain on second down there.
Taylor kind of simplifying what they're going to do here. So able to get a couple of good runs to start the second half.
Run up the middle. Give him about 7 for Parker on that first down carry. The runs up the middle so far in the second half. Basically, it's a here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and stop us kind of offense.
Yeah, the defense, you hear it on the Defiance sideline, like they're recognizing run, and you can hear them yell it out to the guys on the field to help recognize where the ball's going. But the problem is it's about 5-6 yards upfield before they do that and before Defiance is able to recognize what's going on.
Deep shot. This one is out of bounds.
Tried to get the one-handed catch on the sideline. It's a good attempt, but Ambergy just didn't give his receiver enough room. A nice job on that far side. Used that sideline as an extra defender. And now a big third down coming up here for this Defiance defense.
On the Yellow Jacket 43-yard line.
They might have been targeting Zimmer there on the corner or on the sideline route. So 3rd and 3 for the Jackets. Jackets need a stop. And they get it. Big time tackle by the Jackets. That's number 23. That's Damon McCracken, the freshman out of Van Wert.
Yeah, I recognize that. He's able to shoot the gap, come up, get a big stop. So we mentioned how Defiance needed to get a big stop to start this half. Didn't want to get too far behind. And now they'll have a chance to put their offense out on the field.
So just 2 minutes come off the clock for that possession. Jackets defense fired up on the sideline, and rightly so. It's a big stop. They're going to run a fake, and they're going to be stopped way short of the first down. They're going to barely get a yard on that carry. That's an interesting call, gutsy call by Taylor.
Interesting spot for one right near midfield, so you get Defiance. They're feeling pretty good. They got the stop on third down, and you think maybe we can catch them off guard because they're looking at getting the ball back, but instead of punting this away and forcing Defiance to go length of the field, you're going to give the Jackets really good field position here as they're going to end up starting at their own 45.
Credit Harris on the stop there. Good recognition on the fake. But that one, that run up the middle, I mean, that was a congested area they were trying to run that fake into.
It looked like it was going to be a little pop pass. You saw him kind of reach over, like look over the line trying to dump it off, but just had nowhere to go with it and ended up having to eat the football.
Lewis Johnson with the carry there and a huge lick by Maverick Brown, number 47 at the end of that run.
Yeah, we heard that one all the way up here. And
yes, sir.
Mentioned Maverick Brown, the big first half he had. He's continuing on. Just a ball hawk in that second level and linebacker. He's able to find the football and gets a big hit.
2nd down and 8 for the Jackets at the 47-yard line. They need to get to the Taylor 45 to move the chains. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, empty backfield for Warren. Bringing a man in motion. Going to hand him the ball. That's Tawan Rome. Rome, unfortunately, going to lose a yard back to the 46.
Yeah, trying to get some of their playmakers the football, some of the struggles they've had throwing the football this afternoon. So trying to get creative with Rome, trying to hope he's able to get to the outside and able to cut up field. Now it's going to put the Jackets in a 3rd and long.
So both teams given the opportunity to make substitutions. The play clock under 20, 11 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Jackets with a 3rd and long with their opening possession of the half. Warren back to pass. Clean pocket, deep pass, a little bit overthrown.
Warren's pass is incomplete, intended for Caleb Johnson. Brings up 4th down.
Going for Johnson and Warren, a little shaken up at the end there.
Yeah, I don't know if he quite sat his feet. He just kind of threw that flat-footed and flung it, trying to hope that Johnson was able to outrun the coverage, and unfortunately threw it over everyone's head.
So Jackets in a position where I don't think they're going to fake a punt here, Randy. I think
No,
they're
I
going to
don't
actually
think so,
kick this one deep. Marking, waiting for the snap. Nobody rushes the kicker right there. That's something to file in the back of your mind for the future. If I were the Jackets, I'd cover that ball up just in case that bumped the up man on the leg.
Coaches are saying that bounced off a Taylor player, but it doesn't look like the officials are going to agree. But, yeah, you talked about the no pressure on the punt, and you saw Marroquin, yeah. When he rolled out, you kind of thought maybe he was going to take off. But, yeah, you, like you said, you kind of file that away, see if that happens again, if Defiance doesn't think about letting him run and trying to pick up the 1st down with his legs.
So each team with a possession and barely 3 minutes gone here or barely 4 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter. Pitch out. 1st down and more. Out to the 30-yard line. Pitch that time going to 82. That's John Irwin, the freshman.
Yeah, just able again, kind of like what we said with Defiance, trying to get their speedsters the football in space. So Taylor getting creative. We've seen that pitch a lot. We've seen Ambergy be very late in some of the pitches, and you saw another one there.
Rolling to his left, sets his feet, fires across the middle. This one knocked away, incomplete.
I believe that was Dominique Williams, number 37, knocked that one away.
So good job by the defensive back for the Jackets. Williams getting his hand in there. Timed it just right. Randy was able to get in there and get that hand in.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times so far this afternoon.
So 2nd down and 10 here for the Trojans. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side.
Ambergy's pass is incomplete. Intended for Stubbles.
I think we're going to have to get a pass interference call against the Jackets here. He basically, I know the ball was uncatchable, but I think part of the reason the ball was uncatchable was because the defender kind of pulled the receiver down.
A little bit of contact between the receiver and defender, and that's what the officials are going to discuss on whether or not that was. Yeah, I saw Coach Nichols given the uncatchable ball. Right, that was over his head. He wasn't going to go get it.
Pass interference. Defense number 38. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
So
yeah,
contact downfield. I mean, you could have got either penalty, either an illegal contact, defensive holding, or pass. I mean, any of those would have passed the eye test.
Yeah, it's a tough break for Cameron Smith.
Pitch out. Still going at the 41-yard line. That's where the play is finally blown dead as Stupples gets the pitch that time.
Yeah, again, this time runs to the left side, gets that pitch. And,
1st down, Taylor.
Defense keys in on the quarterback and allows another big run. So
1st down and 10 in plus territory. And that last possession for the Trojans, I believe, Randy, the only possession where they did not cross the 50-yard line.
I believe so.
So very efficient and very effective offense by the Trojans. Fake the handoff, shot over the middle, pass complete.
Pass is complete.
This one completed to Brady Beal, the junior.
I put that in a spot where only his receiver could go get it, so Beal able to use his body, shield the defender, comes up with a big catch. This is Taylor offense moving pretty efficiently down the field.
Stuples checks out, and Noah Lean checks in real quick from the wide receiver position. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the top. Run up the gut. Not much this time. Good stop by Sizit, among others.
Brought down by Dominic Harris and Kyle Sizit. Gain of 1, a 2nd down and 9 for the Trojans.
So 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard run. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 14-3, the Trojans lead. Each team has had a possession. This is Taylor's 2nd possession of the second half. Pitch play. Basically run it till they stop you, right, Randy?
Yeah, and unfortunately, again, give Ambergy a lot of credit, as he'll get that defense in, and that ball gets out last second. And defense keys on Ambergy, and it allows these backs to break free on the outside.
Ambergy with the ball at the 15-yard line and a 1st down. So marking at the 16-yard line. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Man in motion. Another pitch out to the left. This one he stepped out of bounds after about a gain of 6. It might have been Irwin, John Irwin, 82.
Woodson on the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
They'll run that play with basically every wide receiver on that team, Randy.
2nd down and 5.
There's guys that all have speed, so you might as well. They've also have just been running it primarily to the left side too.
That's true. I don't think they've run a single one of those to the right side.
And that'd be the wide side of the field, have a little bit more space.
Ambergy, man in motion. Pitch again. Touchdown.
Same thing where they send a man in motion to the right side and looks like maybe it's going to be the overload that way. Ambergy gets pitched the opposite way, able to turn the corner, get in, and score the touchdown.
So an easy job that time. That play was run at least, 4 times on that possession,
easily.
Randy? It seemed like 4 in a row pretty much. So a touchdown for Taylor. The Trojans now lead 20-3 on the Defiance College scoreboard with Aiden Odell on to try to tack on the extra point. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 6 minutes, 38 seconds to play here in quarter number 3, it's 21-3 Taylor leads. That gives us a chance to say thank you to Marco's. Defiance College Athletics is supported by Marco's Pizza in Defiance. Located on North Clinton Street, Marco's is there for you before or after the game for carry-out or delivery. Call, stop in, or order online for the latest deals, and be sure to download the Marco's app, where pizza is just a tap away. Also want to thank Genesee Nutrition. Genesee Nutrition's clean, high-protein protein bars are made with student-athletes in mind. Aimed at nutrition, recovery, and performance, their products are developed for the pursuit of peak performance. For more about Genesee Nutrition, visit GeneseeNutrition.com. 6:38 to play here in the third quarter, 21-3 your score. The Jackets need a spark. Was hoping that that potential defensive stop at the end of the first half might be one of those sparks for them, but just still kind of waiting for that one big play, whether it's on offense or defense, and now maybe you get it on special teams.
Yeah, it felt like getting that first stop even to begin the second half was kind of the spark they needed.
This is a bad guy to kick this ball to, Randy. That's number 30, and number 30 is Trent Barraza, who's their starter, one of their feature running backs. So if you're going to kick that one to an up man, as we get a flag back at the 40, unfortunately, but if you're going to kick that to an up man, that's not the right up man to kick it to.
That's a good job at Defiance special teams to put some of those guys, realize the kickoffs have been a little short, and give them a chance to get a good return.
During the return, holding, return team number 12. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Miles Tackett.
First down.
Keep up the great work, Jim, Randy.
So Miles Tackett with the penalty there, but interesting choice. Like you said, Randy, it's good positioning by the special teams coaching by the Jackets to put Barraza in a place where he could get that ball and put him in space, which is what you don't mind that. Hand off to Barraza.
Barraza, the ball carrier.
Able to get about 4 here on first down, so Defiance is going to stick with its kind of base offense, what it's been planning to doing, although it was starting to run out of time halfway through this third quarter, needing a couple of scores.
So a gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7 for the Jackets. 21-3 your score. Barraza up the middle, running through tacklers.
Barraza, the ball carrier.
He's the guy who can provide a spark for this team, Randy. Barraza's the real deal.
Yeah, kind of waiting for that big play to come, and it's time he's able to work the left side. So Defiance is going to send out, looks like they're going to go with an extra tight end and see if they can create some space running the football.
And then eventually, if the defense creeps up too much, that's when you go play action and take your shot. Man in motion, hand off to Barraza. Steady diet of Trent Barraza so far on this drive, and it's working. Past midfield to the 49-yard line of Taylor on that run for a gain of 6.
Hey, talked about Taylor when they had the ball. They kept running that same pitch play time after time after time. Well, now we've seen the same play 3 times in a row here for Defiance going with Barraza, and unfortunately it looks like he's got I thought he was the one who had the equipment issue. But.
Yeah, his helmet did come off, but I think his helmet was stuck with another helmet. So that's why they said, you know what, that's not a lost helmet in that case. You can stay out there. Usually you're right, though. If a player's helmet comes off, they'll have to sub him out for a play. Warren with Barraza to his left in the slot. Now in motion.
Yeah, even
Fake
this,
the handoff.
I say even this lineup is still maybe a run situation, but that one, yeah, Taylor saw that a lot in the opening half and able to read that one extremely well.
Time. And Wortman.
Good tandem tackle by Taylor. They were not fooled on that play. So 3rd down and 6. Close to midfield. Back closer to the Jackets 49. Warren rolling out. Pass to Sloan. Sloan is going to be a few yards short.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting decision for Defiance. And right now, it looks like the offense is staying on the field. But, yeah, when you're down 21-3, although Taylor's making wholesale changes here. And you get a guy like Barraza, this isn't necessarily a throwing situation.
Nope, you're right. Barraza going to get stopped.
Yeah, unfortunately ran into his own man, trying to find room. He likes that left side and was trying to find somewhere to go and got caught up as one of his linemen was getting pushed back, just unable to bounce out of it as then he got caught in traffic. And a huge stop for Taylor, so they'll get the 4th down stop.
Trojans defense comes up strong on that 4th down attempt. Jackets unable to make it happen with the run. I like the play call, though. I think Barraza can get you those 3 yards as he showed in most of the plays of that drive. He was picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry, so definitely able to make that happen most of the time.
Already's pass is incomplete.
Pass going downfield for Zimmer, incomplete, but we have a penalty on the play.
Penalty flag is at the 29-yard line at the numbers, and the throw is at the hash. So this is an interesting call. And now the officials move it up to the 35.
Crowd getting a little restless on this side from the penalty situation.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 37. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So a defensive hold. You were allowed 5 yards, I believe, before you can, before you got to basically be hands off. And like you said, Randy, the position of the flag versus the position of the ball meant that there was something going on prior to the break in the route.
Yeah, receivers trying to cut towards the middle of the field, and a little clutching and grabbing going on. Officials spotted it and threw the flag.
Jackets, I think, are tired of having that play work. There's a case where they run that pitch again to the left. It's always been to the left. And this time the defense crept up and were able to take care of business for a loss on the play.
Well, not only that, but Ambergy's pitched it every time, and someone is still keying in on him, and you see the pressure coming towards him. He gets rid of the football. This time everyone focuses on the backs and receivers of that side of the field, and they're able to bottle that up. Now you got to be careful that you don't see Taylor flip it, go the opposite way, or you have Ambergy keep it and run it up the middle.
Run, no gain, maybe a yard. That time handing the ball off to Ethan Albert.
Brought down by Damon McCracken. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 as Ethan Albert gets the carry.
Yeah, huge chance for the Jackets. Get their defense off the field. Any chance here wanting to win this game.
Two minutes and 10 seconds to play in a very fast-moving third quarter. Somebody lost his footing to the turf monster back there. And that somebody is Noah Lean, who got the reverse pitch right there, which is what you said, Randy.
Yeah,
watch, they'll run it to the right, and instead you fake running it to the right that time, and you pitch it back to the left. So the action still goes to the left, even though the look that time was going the opposite direction.
Yeah, they ran that play once in the opening half, too, where they come to the right, and one guy comes around the other way, and that's where they go. And Lean, unfortunately for Taylor, hits that DC logo and just skid to a stop. And now Taylor's going to get a big bounce and roll punt here.
Inside the 10-yard line to the 9 on what was a very short kick, but had the right kind of spiral on it to hit and bounce, and that one took a very favorable bounce.
Had a wind gust come in right as they're kicking it again, it kind of blows right into our booth, and kind of the same action on the field. So Taylor gets a big bounce and roll on what wasn't going to be a very good punt at first, but they're still going to pin back the Jackets.
So 21-3, the Trojans lead both teams with all 3 timeouts. Minute 20 to play here in quarter number 3. The Jackets with the ball. Neither team put up any points so far in this second half. Lewis Johnson gets the carry, goes left side, left tackle right there, but is brought down for a short loss on the play. Them say he lost 2 actually back to the 8. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. 2nd and 12 for the Jackets. Warren gets the snap. Pressure coming. That's intercepted. That's a house call. Forced pass right there by Warren. to try to avoid the safety, and he just compounded matters by throwing a pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to make something happen. He's wrapped up, and he's trying to make a play. And is he the man down in the end zone?
I think that's Warren, too.
Yeah, he's trying to make a play, and instead has to hurriedly get rid of the football, and unfortunately ends up as a interception and score for the Trojans.
So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. 37 seconds left in the third quarter. It's now 27-3 Trojans.
Hello, I'm Keita Diller, president of the Defiance College Purple and Gold Athletic Club.
And I'm Mark Diller. I'm a third-generation Defiance College supporter and also on the board of the Purple and Gold Club.
For nearly 50 years, we've been supporting the Yellow Jacket student athletes. Membership to the Purple and Gold Club is open to everyone, regardless if you attended Defiance College or not.
Membership fees are very affordable and include various levels of attendance privileges depending on your support level.
If you love seeing live and local college sports, we would like for you to join us. Just go to dcpurpleandgoldclub.com and register your name along with dozens of other like-minded Yellow Jacket fans.
We would love to have you join us. Thank you for supporting Defiance College Athletics.
All right, back out of Defiance. Warren helped off the field. Looks like he's moving slow, but all right. Nobody's helping him get to the sideline, which is good. He's able to get off under his own power. So the extra point attempt by Odell is up, and it is good. So 28-3 your score with 37 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. And again, Randy, I go back to that last play. It was probably going to be a safety because Warren was in trouble. And then just trying to make a play and a good defensive play there by the Trojans. Step in front of that safety valve pass, and you're only, like 5-6 yards away from the end zone at that point.
Yeah, just we've seen Jelani do that a lot. Just make something happen. He's done that especially with his feet. Unfortunately, bottled up, didn't want a safety, just looking to get rid of the ball. And we'll see get a name to go with that touchdown. It was Grady Stanley, sophomore linebacker, who was able to reach in and take that back. And now I expect, I don't think we will see Jelani anymore today. I think Jordan Southall is going to get the call to play quarterback here for the rest of this one.
So 28-3 your score as Grady Stanley gets that 8-yard interception return for a touchdown. Aiden Odell teased this one up, getting ready to kick it deep. Well, kick it. He hasn't been kicking it deep so far today. This one, a little bit of a wobble. It's a live ball. And a fumble, but the Jackets fall on it, so good job there by Cooper Sloan. Can't say I'm surprised that Cooper Sloan was the one who came up with that fumble, Randy. He is everywhere for that football team. I think if he could play defense, he'd probably lobby to play defense too.
I'm sure they could find a spot for him. That is for sure.
Yep. Great player, Cooper Sloan. Falls on that fumble on the kick return right there. Jackets keep the ball. 34 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. And now we have Jordan Southall. Handoff to Barraza. Again, that's what I'm looking at on that fourth down play before. I'm looking at, a guy who can get you those 6 yards without a problem.
Yeah.
Down by Reed Messer.
Pass interference going to be called this time, I think, against Matthew Hager, number 31.
I could kind of hear that one down in the stands after DC's been flagged a few times for interference today. Have that off arm, you drape it off the receiver when the ball's still in the air. They're going to call it, and that's going to be what Taylor's going to be flagged for here.
And that's Jepson, 38. My apologies.
Pass interference, defense number 38. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
So pass interference is the call. Jackets get 15 on the penalty. They're up to about the 44-yard line now. where they will maintain possession with 3 seconds to play. And the defensive penalty, the clock, I don't believe will start until the snap. So they will get one more play here. Pass a little too far, thrown for Davion Williams, and that's how the third quarter will end. 28-3 your score.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Taylor takes the lead.
In the third quarter, score Defiance 3, Taylor 28.
And that gives us a chance to say thank you to the Alumni Varsity D. We had Mark Miller as our guest the last game during homecoming. And Mr. Miller came up and talked a little bit about the Alumni Varsity D. They have a long tradition of supporting and promoting DC athletics. Comprised of former varsity athletes, Alumni Varsity D pays it forward for the Yellow Jackets of tomorrow. For more information, visit defiance.edu/alumni today. Also, mark your calendars for the 2026 Yellow Jacket Golf Classic Jacket Classic Golf outing. Check defiance.edu/alumni for all the details. We also want to say thank you to the Purple and Gold Club. The Purple and Gold Club has been advancing DC athletics for 50 years. A joint mission of community members, parents, staff, and fans, Purple and Gold supports the Yellow Jackets to elevate the student-athlete experience and facilities through a variety of initiatives. All members receive an all-sports pass to watch every Yellow Jacket home event with additional perks as well. To find out more or join today, visit dcpurpleandgoldclub.com. So Randy, 3 in the books, 28-3 your score. Jackets with the ball near midfield. Still time, but you really have to make the most of every possession from this point forward.
Yeah, you're going to be ending drives with points. It's the only way you can do it. Unfortunately, this is going to be another interception.
Intercepted that time by Luke Graft, number 41. Ball underthrown, intended to go for Tackett, number 12.
Yeah, Southall just tried to float one out on the sideline, and a good play by Graft to just hang with that. Get the interception and do a little fancy footwork, make sure he stayed in bounds.
So good interception by Graft right there, gives the Trojans the ball back at the 48-yard line. They're 48. And with 14:53 to go in the ball game, Taylor now probably just looking to run time up comfortably, 28-3. Going to take a deep shot. This one's overthrown for the intended receiver, Noah Lean.
Emberty's pass is intended for Lean is incomplete.
Looks like they weren't thinking of running time. They were looking for the dagger.
Yeah, it looked that way too.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Jackets need a turnover on defense, need something big to happen if they want to get back in this ball game. Running the pitch to the right. Close to a 1st down to say he stepped out of bounds before.
Galvin, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Jay Graves, number 7 for Defiance, tried to come up and get an arm tackle, but wasn't able to get the stop, and that allowed Taylor to get downfield and get a good gain.
Yep, that was Jedediah Galvin, 25 on the run right there. Again, another team that looks fairly deep from the running back position. Young players too on both sides. 1st down run by Parker. That'll move the chains, get him into plus territory, and then some out to the 40-yard line. So 1st down for the Trojans with under 14 to play here in the ballgame. 28-3 your score in the Defiance College scoreboard.
1st down, Taylor.
Again, if you want to get the updated information, live stats, results, news stories, and so much more for Defiance College Athletics, visit defianceathletics.com. Pass incomplete. Jay Graves on the coverage right there. They were going to Munson with the pass.
Yeah, Graves did a nice job sticking with it. Turned around at the right time, was able to just knock that away from Munson, force the incomplete pass.
So Graves with nice coverage right there. That's a tough ask to take on a 6'3", 225-pound tight end who's making some big plays. Here's a run up the middle, and this one's a house call. So Ambergy with the keeper right up the middle, and nothing stopped him from a touchdown.
Yeah, the freshman quarterback had to fake the line of scrimmage, kept it right up the middle and went untouched and gets a big touchdown run.
Taylor lines up for the point after attempt.
So Aiden Odell lines up for the extra point. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Defiance College scoreboard with 13:28 to play now shows Taylor comfortably ahead 35-3. What do you do on offense now, Randy? I mean, with still basically a whole quarter to play, you know, this at 32 points, that's a lot. That's 4 possessions technically with if you go for 2 every time and get it. But, I mean, you know, you're looking for a spark. You have to turn to another younger quarterback because of an injury. You know, your running backs are banged up. You know, I mean, what do you do offensively right now? I mean, obviously you try to sustain one good drive and you just try to execute and make good things happen.
That's what you got to do. You've had 2 plays. You've had the last 2 drives end with interceptions. One inside the 10 that was taken for a touchdown. You had one with a young quarterback on the sideline just trying to make a play that just entered. So at this point, you just got to put a drive together. You just got to be able to go back. You know, Defiance is able to move the football on Taylor earlier in the contest. Now you just got to go back to what you were successful in doing and try to put a drive together here.
Odell getting ready to kick this one off. Kicks this one deep. This one's going into the end zone and out. So must be something about going this direction that Aiden Odell feels a little more comfortable kicking it deep, because the other direction, the ball was not traveling as far, despite the fact that there's not a lot of wind out there today.
Did that to begin the contest, too, or he put it through the back of the end zone? So there's something about a certain direction he can, he's able to get behind it and just blast it through.
So the Jackets back out on offense. Once again, Jordan Southall with a handoff this time to Lewis Johnson. Lewis Johnson, who we haven't really called his name as much in the second half of this contest. It's been mostly Trent Barraza, but nice run there by Lewis Johnson.
Yeah, Tevin Lewis Johnson's done a nice job. Stepped in early and kind of got things going for Defiance, and then they turned things over to Barraza most of the contest. But good to see Lewis Johnson back in, still making some plays.
Southall with the ball, getting out to the 45-yard line. Nice gain on first down. Give him about 6, maybe 7.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3.
Southall, another big-bodied quarterback, 6'3", 200, a freshman from Cleveland, able to come in and see what he can do for this Defiance offense in this fourth quarter.
So the number of freshman quarterbacks on this Jackets team, they're set up for the future. There's no doubt about it, as Lewis Johnson
the ball carrier,
brought down that time by Owen Frazier.
Yeah, big senior linebacker, and he read the play just right. Able to come up and wrap up Lewis Johnson, keep him from getting any more yardage.
Third
down and 3 with just under 12 minutes to play in the ballgame. Jackets need to sustain this drive. Sloan in motion. Pass for Sloan, a little bit overthrown. And that'll bring the punt unit out. And marking will kick this one deep.
Noah Lean going back deep for Taylor.
Nolene
Carson Marroquin the punch for Defiance.
back to receive the kick for the Trojans. There you see Markin getting ready to boot this one away. And again, something we saw earlier. Let's see if they try to put pressure on the punter. They do this time. Just a little bit, token pressure.
Yeah, more to set up a return than it is to bring any pressure. I still think Marroquin, if he wanted to roll out and get a short yardage, it would have been close.
But at least that time they didn't all turn around and run the other way like they did earlier, that was one where you're running rugby style. You already have a head of steam, and there's nobody. I mean, I know in that split second, we've talked about this before, about how it would be really tough if he didn't get that first down, if that wasn't a called fake, to make his way back to the sideline, where try to be incognito about it and kind of sneak back and just sit with everybody else. They'll know. They'll know right away. Rollout pass off the hands of the intended receiver. That's Reed Messer. Oh, no, it's Jake Tolbert, number 21. There's two 21s.
Yeah, new quarterback now for Taylor as well. So Colton Frank, the freshman, coming in to see some action.
It says a lot about this Taylor team to roll out a couple of freshman quarterbacks and be a team that, they're 3-3, but like you said earlier, Randy, in the pregame, don't let that record mislead you. This is a good ball club. This Taylor team is a good ball club, and they played some. That's a fumble. Well, okay, I guess I have a question then. Was that because that happened earlier where it was a push pass and they said it was a forward pass? Was that then considered more of a lateral?
It must have been.
Because if the other one was an incomplete pass and blown dead, the only thing I can think of is that one was either lateral, a little bit behind the line behind the quarterback when he pitched it over. So it's able to hit the ground. He's able to scoop it up and advance it. So first down for the Trojans. Colton Frank turns and hands off. Gain of about 3 on first down. Ethan Albert with the carry. Got to give a lot of credit to this O-line for the Trojans. Garrett Mooney, Alex Boothby, Hayden McDonald, the center, Brody Crosby, the right guard, and Trayton Keel, the right tackle. The O-line for this team has really done a good job today. Taking a shot. Incomplete, a little bit too far. Out of beyond the outstretched hands of the intended receiver. That's Brady Beal, number 10.
Frank's pass is incomplete, intended for Beal.
Yeah, Beal tried to one-hand it, saw him reach out, try to bring that in towards his body, just couldn't get enough on it to bring that back in.
I look at two factors in this situation right now, Randy. The amount of time that's left and the score on the scoreboard. If there's like 4 minutes left, you figure Taylor probably going a little more conservative, just running time. But I kind of like them just running their offense.
Frank, the ball
That
time,
Frank.
Yeah, there's a big
called
collision.
his number, and I
big
heard
collision
that
up there
all the way
somewhere.
up
here.
And it looks like he's able to get up. He's okay.
For the Trojans.
Looks like Taylor's going to go ahead and try to get the first down, keep this drive going.
I like this call, too. Again, you're 35-3. You're doing all right today. Jackets almost jumped off sides and gave them a free first down.
Yeah.
If they'd snapped that when they were in the neutral zone.
Might have been what they were looking for.
Under 5 on the play clock. And that's a house call. 20, 10, touchdown. Big time run right there by Ethan Albert.
It just snakes up the middle. Defiance trying to bring some pressure. They're keying in on the quarterback after that last run. And that time Albert able to sneak through, goes untouched, gets a big fourth down touchdown.
So that should just about ice it for the Trojans. 41-3 on the Defiance College scoreboard with still 9 minutes, 19 seconds to play in the ball game. And a big-time fourth-down conversion. And you talked at halftime, Randy, about the high fourth-down conversion rate that Taylor had in the first half. And plays like that will show why it's not just about like a 4th and 2 or whatever. It's any play is possible and any outcome is possible with these Trojans. As the extra point by Odell is up and good. And that'll make it 42-3 in the Defiance College scoreboard. So the Jackets come out to receive the kick as Marshawn Taylor and Kamari Juarez deep, waiting on the kick. Last one was bombed out of the end zone. We'll see what the result of this kickoff is. Again, 9:19 to play. Lots of time, but boy, Taylor has really put up some impressive numbers so far. We'll get you some statistics here momentarily. In fact, I'll do that right after this kickoff. Inside the 5 to about the 2. Good return up the middle. Still going to the 35 and brought down at the 35. So a nice job by Marshawn Taylor. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, flag came through. It came in at the end of it, so see what happened here.
We'll get the call from the official momentarily.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit, kicking team number 52. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
So Adam Watson, 52. The linebacker playing special teams with the late hit will put the ball into plus territory. Alex Amberg, 8 of 15 for 103 yards, but got to take a quick refresh to that and look at some individual stats because they also had Colton Frank out there. Of course, he was 0 for 2. But did have a 5-yard carry. Ethan Albert now 92 yards, leading the team with 2 scores. Another nice run, that time by Barraza.
Yeah, it's just able to pick his way through that right side. Barraza using that big body. It's found a pretty good space. Yeah, the team totals getting a little lopsided too.
I was just getting ready to click over there myself because I was going to say the team stats is really the story to tell today.
Yeah, 25 first downs for Taylor, 410 yards of total offense. 12 first downs now for the Jackets, 186 yards of total offense. Just a 5 of 15 day through the air for 39 yards.
So really it's with 8 minutes and 25 seconds to play.
Brought down by Alex Boothby.
I think you got to put this one. You got to put this one in the end zone. I think just for confidence sake, to get the team. I mean, I know you look at the scoreboard, not feeling good about it, but getting a touchdown here will at least take some of the sting away. That time a run to Marshawn Taylor on the sweep.
Yeah, what these last 2 weeks have shown is how much the strong arm of Ethan Thanthanavong has been missing.
Yep.
So what he's been able to do with his arm to bring that extra dimension hasn't been showing up. This is going to be 2 weeks in a row now. Jackets have been under 50 yards passing.
Barraza, the ball carrier.
Barraza gets the carry up inside the 20 to the 19, well past the sticks for a first down.
Also good to see Aiden Burke back out there. So Burke, see number 52 right there.
Yep.
He was a little banged up, needs some help coming off the field. So good to see Burke, a senior who's trying to be a part of this rebuild of DC football, getting back out there.
And really, when you look at how he came off the field, Randy, it looked like he was barely moving while he was trying to walk. So he was afraid to put too much weight on either leg. So to see him back out there just speaks to the toughness and the leadership of Aiden Burke. That time Barraza on the carry, they'll say that he lost a yard back to the 20.
Camden Horner also went on the tackle.
Bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 for the Yellow Jackets.
6 minutes, 30 seconds to play still in the contest. Remember, at the conclusion of today's game, we'll give you some post-game statistics. Then we'll get you on your way to a great weekend here in Northwest Ohio or wherever you're watching around the country or around the world. That was a catch and a fumble.
South Hall's pass is complete. Fumble on the play, recovered.
As Davion Williams, now Williams a little hurt. I think Williams had everyone pile on top of him trying to get that fumble, just fighting for yardage. Ball popped loose, and I think he was the one on the bottom of the pile that got it. But because he was the one on the bottom of the pile, he ended up taking a brunt of the bodies that kind of jumped in after him.
So we're going to take a quick timeout, injury timeout. 5 minutes, 53 seconds to play. It's 42-3 your score. But the Jackets, actually we're gonna keep this one right here. As Williams gets up, moves off the field under his own power pretty quickly. You never know with those injuries, Randy. You know, sometimes the player's down for an extended period of time. We've seen it where it's lasted a while, and thankfully we've seen it where it's only lasted a couple seconds. But for his protection, obviously you need to take him out of play.
My favorite are the ones, the guys who act like they're shot and they're lying in pain and then all of a sudden jump up and run right off the field.
Well, I made the mistake calling these games before where I say, well, I tried to guess, you know, whether or not a player was going to be able to come back based on the injury or the reaction to the injuries. Yeah. There's a nice run by Lewis Johnson. And I'd say, boy, it sure doesn't seem like he's going to be back anytime soon. And then 2 plays later, he's sprinting back out on the field. So, yeah, I gave up the guessing business quite a long time ago. And speaking of which, Davion Williams checks right back into the ball game. So good for him. And, you know, again, just to be a 19, 20-year-old athlete, student athlete these days, those days are long gone for me. I'd snap this ball real quick.
All sorts of confusion on the field. They had play was held up as it looked like Defiance was going to make a change. So Taylor's going to try to make one. Play clock was winding down. Defiance players recognized it, so they were going to run. If you're trying to snap it to catch an extra man on the field. So we'll see what the ending call ends up being here.
The ball was not ready for play, therefore it was a delay game in the offense for the false start. It's a 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So because the ball was never snapped, play clock ran down, and they get the delay game, the 5-yard penalty against the Jackets. And even 5 minutes left, 2nd and goal now from the 9.
And you can understand some of what the Defiance fans are a little upset about is it was the officials that wasn't allowing Defiance to snap. So they're trying to say, how could that be a false start on us if you're not the one? We're ready to go, but the officials held up play. But it's not going to deter Defiance. They're just going to keep pounding the rock.
Yeah, and that's the only downside. The only downside I see to the rule of if one team subs, the other team has an opportunity to sub, is there's nobody holding the other team's, you know, they're not timing it to say, okay, you have X number of seconds to get your player out here. I mean, they will take their time sometimes getting out there as we get a touchdown on the field for the Jackets.
Yeah, able to hit Markel Wade. A nice job using his hands. Hang on to that football. Had a defender draped on him. But Wade able to haul that in and get the Yellow Jacket touchdown.
So the Yellow Jacket touchdown makes it 42-9 on the Defiance College scoreboard. And Markin comes out to try the extra point. That's a big touchdown for the Jackets, Randy. I know it's only 42-9, hopefully 42-10 here after the kick, but that's a big touchdown for Defiance College. Markin's kick is up and good. And the Defiance College scoreboard now shows it 42-10. With me dropping my phone. 4 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the ball game. Taking a look at some individual stats. Amber 8 of 17 for 103 yards and an interception. Ethan Albert with that big run earlier, 10 carries for 92 yards and 2 scores. Ambergy 5 for 69 and a score. Nathan Parker 12 for 53 and a score. And Devin Stupples 3 for 43 and a score as well. So 5 rushing touchdowns on the day for the Trojans. Nathan Munson, Aiden Zimmer, and Jack D'Arcy all had 2 catches apiece. Munson 40 yards on his, Zimmer 20, and D'Arcy 16. For Defiance College, Warren leads the team, 5 for 11, 39 yards passing, 2 picks. Southall 2 for 5, 17 yards, a touch and an interception. So they did eclipse the 50-yard passing mark with that touchdown pass. Barraza leads the team with 89 yards on the ground. Lewis Johnson 36, and Warren with 32 as Markin gets ready to tee it off. Kicks this one short, fielded at about the 24, and brought down at about the 35, 36-yard line. We have a flag on the play at the end here. As I'm looking at number 11, Josh Ellman, the flag thrown back by where he was, and he turns around to the official and says, "What did I do?" So we'll see what the
return team number 11.
That was what he did. Josh Ellman, the senior wide receiver playing special teams out there, gets called for the hold, and that'll back him up 10 yards.
And Mid-States have a few finals in already today as well. Siena Heights is a winner over Lawrence Tech, 37-28. Indiana Wesleyan knocks off Madonna, 71-21. And Olivet Nazarene, well, maybe DC won't feel so bad. They knock off Judson, 53-7.
Interesting finals in the first week of conference play for the Jackets, as that's going to be a face mask on DC on the run, and that's going to put 15 on the end of that run.
Flag on the play.
So the face mask is confirmed against the Jackets, and that'll mark 15 off. Spot of the foul.
Yeah, it had been a fairly clean second half of football.
Ball marked out to the 39-yard line. So spot of the foul, the 24. 15-yard mark off. 3 minutes, 54 seconds and counting in the ball game. And the Jackets right there. That's what kind of day it's been, unfortunately, as Braden Mitchum runs into the back of 2 Jacket tacklers right there, and what you don't know, you know. You just think it's offensive lineman going for a block or something like that, and it's the running back you're trying to tackle who's running right in you, and you don't know it. Gain of 6. First down run to midfield that time by Mitchum.
Yeah. Taylor bringing a lot of fresh faces in, so Braden Mitchum getting the last couple carries. We're also seeing Brandon Potter, freshman quarterback, seeing some action.
So that'll be the 3rd quarterback to log minutes in this contest for the Trojans. Warren was probably going to go the distance, except he got injured earlier and Southall came in. We have number 72, Harrison Grennert, 6'4", 295. standing against Jay Graves, who's 5'8", 174. And I saw Grennert just shaking his head no.
Yeah, some kind of
like, I'm not fighting. I'm not, no, just no.
Some kind of jawing at each other. So there's that
pitch
option
out to the
pitch.
left.
Yep. Yeah, he's out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds.
David Wells, the ball carrier.
David Wells
Taken out by Braden Burkholz.
gets the
First down,
pitch.
Taylor.
Again, going to the left. We get a timeout on the field.
This is the 2-minute
Oh,
timeout.
it's a 2-minute timeout. That
Clock
makes a lot
operator,
more
please
sense
reset
than
to 2 minutes.
makes a lot more sense than calling a timeout right there in a drive just to give your defense a quick breather. It's been a tough one for the Jackets, Randy. There's no doubt about it. This is a really good Taylor team that's going to go above 500 and get their first MSFA Mid-East victory. Jackets will fall to 2-5 after today's contest, and this one counts towards the postseason. So while the Jackets are 2-5, they're only 0-1 in the conference, and that part does matter.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you have to keep that part in mind, but it's the schedule also going forward. This is as you know, you can see the game schedule right there on the screen. This is a tough conference. It's good football teams here.
Yeah, as far as really the entire NAIA, this is one of the top level conferences, and Jackets got a little bit of a taste of that last year. Now a full-fledged member this year. So this is they got the best from the Midwest in the crossover games, and now here's a Taylor team that is a long-time power in NAIA football, and you see why. Jackets feeling really good. They had the first points today, had that field goal, got a stop early, and it felt like things are going their way, and it kind of unraveled, and now you give a wonder next week on the road who's going to play quarterback, who's going to be healthy for this Jacket team, and hopefully they'll get some things straightened out when we see them again in a couple of weeks.
And the Trojans content to take a knee after the 2-minute timeout. Play clock under 10 with 1:20 to count, or 20 to go. Taking a knee again in victory formation. Down to 1:05 to play.
Yeah, hopefully you can time this right where
should be able to.
Do this in one more snap.
Yeah, I think you just need to take it down to 40. So you can snap this under 40 and you should be just fine. Play clock down to 5. And that will do it. So the Taylor Trojans take a 42-10 victory at Defiance as the final 30 seconds run off. Gutty performance by the Jackets, but I think injuries today, number one, not to make excuses by any means, but injuries I think starting to pile up. And again, you can't say enough about how good this Taylor Trojans football team is, Randy.
Yeah, this is a team that's been in the mix in the national polls, so a team that a lot of
That's the end of the game.
teams around the area respect, and so you kind of see why this is an NAIA name brand. This is a really, really good football team. Like I said earlier, the Jackets seeing what it's going to take if they want to be in the top end, not only the mid-states, but of the entire NAIA. So they're getting some of the best teams, and had a tough one here this afternoon at home.
We're going to take a look at some team stats real quick. 28 first downs for Taylor compared to 15 for the Jackets. 5 of 10 for third down and 1 of 3 of fourth down for Taylor. Jackets only 5 of 12 for third down conversions. Did not get their fourth down opportunity. 66 plays for 440 yards for the Trojans. That gives you almost 7 yards per play. Jackets, 58 plays, 224 yards, about 4 yards per play. 103 yards through the air for Taylor, 56 for the Jackets, and 337 yards rushing compared to 168 for the Jackets, so double them up almost to the number. But this was just a very impressive performance, Randy, bottom line, by a really good Taylor team.
Yeah, take a look at some individual numbers for Defiance. Jelani Warren ends up 5 of 11 passing for 39 yards. Southall comes in, goes 2 of 5 for 17 yards. Did get that late touchdown. Some exciting things in the running back room. Trent Barraza, 16 carries, 89 yards. Tevin Lewis-Johnson, 13 for 36. Warren goes 9 for 32. Caleb Johnson catches 2 balls for 24. Williams catches 2 balls for 22. But just a struggle with that Taylor. That run game kind of got Defiance on its heels, and they were a little kind of thrown off with some of the different looks and some of the different packages, and it really caused some problems. We take a look here. So just a balanced attack running the football. Ethan Albert ends up with 92 yards. Amberg goes for 69. Parker, a guy we were concerned about, 800 yards coming into today, held to 53. Stupples goes for 43. Galvin for 20. Irwin for 20. Wells for 18. So they are deep as Amberg goes 8 of 17 passing for 103 yards with an interception. So that ground game that we knew that Taylor would kind of control the line. Well, they did that plus some. A lot of runs into the second and third level, and that ended up being the difference in this one today.
42-10 your final score. Taylor defeats Defiance College out at Justin F. Caressel Stadium. Want to take this opportunity to thank Defiance College, Tiffany Selhorst, and Garrett Mansfield for all of their help as always. And again, this is Jim Bellamy, Randy Roberts doing the color broadcast today. Want to thank our crew. Krista ran the boards, and she did a really good job filling in for the incomparable Ken Rieker today.
Sure did. We appreciate everyone. And our camera guys, they're still out there working hard. They're trying to get the announcers to stop talking so they can start tearing their stuff down. I can see the look in their eyes right now, so I'm going to stop talking.
I will as well. 42-10 your final. Thank you so much for tuning into this presentation of the Yellow Jackets Sports Network. Have a great weekend, everybody.